Tonight on StarTech 47, we're going to talk about disclosure. It's the question that's been on everybody's mind, including yours. Why exactly is all of a sudden the government coming out with videos from fighter jet planes showing UFOs flying around in our skies? Wasn't this stuff we were supposed to be keeping a secret? When did that stop? Did I miss something? Was it... Oh, but now all of a sudden, hey, I don't know, I guess we're seeing them too. Now we're seeing aliens and UFOs. I don't know anything about them. We still don't know anything. I don't know. Okay, well, it's like this. It's like a pie. Say you got a big pie. All right, we're going to cut that pie up into slices. Well, your first slice is just going to be, oh, we don't know anything. There's no such thing as UFOs. Well, okay, that's good for about 30 or 40 years. Swamp gas got to them.
Haven't been. And the case that sticks with me, November 7th, I think, 2006, at Chicago O'Hare Airport, 4:15 in the afternoon, gate C-25, I believe, the pilot of the plane waiting to depart to Charlotte looks up and there is a saucer hovering not that far over the plane. People in the tower see it, other pilots see it, dozens of people see it. It's real, and the FAA refuses to investigate. How could that be?
So the second slice of pie is like this. All of a sudden, okay, well, okay, we've seen a few UFOs. We're not sure what it is. Could be anything. It's not from this planet, but ooh. Third slice of pie is like this. Okay, well, yeah, we've seen UFOs, and you know, in fact, we've probably had a few wrecked UFOs laying around in the hangar somewhere since, I don't know, what, the 1940s. All right, well, the fourth slice of pie is like this. All right, well, you know, we've detected something kind of far out in the solar system. We don't know what it is yet. It seems to have maybe a little bit of signal to it, but we're not totally sure yet. One thing we can be sure of, it might be a UFO, might be a probe, might be something from a extrasolar kind of a alien probe. We don't know. We don't know anything about it. All one really has to do is look in the skies on occasion. Now and then you'll see something up there that's not supposed to be there. These images from the SOHO satellites that orbit the sun and monitor its condition were taken just this January. Some kind of an object can be seen very near the sun. Apparently it's very enormous in size. Here's a larger image. From this image you can really get an idea of how big this object is.
Okay, I don't know if you guys can see these or not, but there's a whole bunch of little round white things up in the sky, and they're staying put.
Here's an observer that videotaped something very similar to something myself and Space Marble saw one night last summer. Alright, well then the fifth slice of pie is the big one. Okay, yeah, we've definitely detected a signal. Something is kind of heading this way, but it's really small, nothing to worry about. Sixth slice, yeah, there's definitely some things heading our way, and yeah, they're kind of big. And here's the footage taken by a Navy fighter pilot of an unknown object in our skies.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the SA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots in the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not LNS though, is it? It's not LNS. Well, if there's another thing, it's rotating.
But really, it's a lot more than that.
So you know, recently, I guess it was in October, astronomers spotted what they say could be the first interstellar asteroid. You see it there, kind of that strange shape from beyond the solar system. What do you see when you look at that?
Well, you know, Ms. Burnett, I have to admit to you, when I ran this program, I was fundamentally looking at, my colleagues looking at two things.
Yeah.
What is it and how does it work? We have deliberately stayed away from going down the rabbit hole of who's behind the wheel and what are their intentions.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have a lot of feelings towards that and are very emotional about that. And what I wanted to do is to allow the data to speak for itself and then use that data to inform leadership, senior DoD leadership, about the potential threat that these type of technologies pose to national security, especially over any type of controlled airspace that we might have. So I'm not trying to be evasive in any way or vague with your answer, but
Yeah. Well,
I think there's a lot of possibilities.
look, and I know you think it's important. I know you think that the government didn't take the threat seriously enough. So let me just ask you point blank the question. Do you believe that life from somewhere else, while you ran this program, came here, visited, observed?
I will tell you unequivocally that through the observation, scientific methodologies that were applied to look at this phenomena, that these aircraft, we'll call them aircraft, are displaying characteristics that are not currently within the U.S. inventory, nor in any foreign inventory that we are aware of.
So I know you're being clear, but I mean, the answer is yes.
I can't speak on behalf of the government. Obviously, I'm not in the U.S. government anymore. My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
And see the Earth drift by and see the moon drift by.
What did you see?
And I saw a light out there, okay?
Even well-known astronauts have their stories. This is footage of a tank dropped by one of the space shuttle missions. As you can see it plummeting back towards Earth, some kind of a weird object appears next to it. Here's a closer view. The seventh slice of pie, it's a good one. It's tasty. Has a lot of whipped cream on it. Seventh slice of pie is, yeah, it's full on alien invasion time. Eighth slice of pie, they're probably hostile. But you know, we didn't want to break it to y'all at once. We just wanted to start off with a little bit of a taste. You know, okay, well, you know, we've seen aliens too. We've seen UFOs. We're not sure what they are, but we've seen them. That's how it starts. That's how disclosure starts. Well, they can't break it to you all at once. They got to give you like tiny piece at a time. Like, okay, yeah, we've seen UFOs too. Our fighter jets are seeing UFOs. No big deal, nothing to worry about. We'll probably never see them again. That's how they've got to start the whole dialogue. That's how the whole conversation has to start. They can't just tell you, oh, yeah, aliens will be here tomorrow. That thing you've seen in the sky, that glowing light that's been approaching for the past couple of months is getting huge. Yeah, that's aliens. They just can't do it like that, you know. They gotta kind of slip it to you gently here, a little bit at a time. Aliens might be real. Okay, yeah, they're real. Then what? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what they got to tell us. It could be a lot of nothing, but it could be a big piece of pie.
Well, you may not have heard about this, since apparently it's not a big news story somehow, but UFOs turn out to be real. We're not kidding. Recently, the New York Times profiled a secret $22 million Pentagon program that investigated unidentified flying objects. Doesn't mean they're from outer space, but they're not identified, and they're flying, and they're objects. The program wasn't bogus. Investigators found multiple aircraft encounters they could not explain, and they've even been storing metal alloy recovered from the vicinity of these encounters. Leslie Kean wrote about this in the New York Times, that piece in question, and she also wrote a book called UFO Generals, Pilots, and Government Officials Go on the Record.
Not entirely satisfied with all of the information we've seen online or through first-person accounts, we decided to take it upon ourselves to research the UFO phenomenon firsthand. Here you can see Space Marvel taking his first flight lesson, where he flew out over the Bermuda Triangle in search of UFOs, trying to be an actual eyewitness of a UFO. Unfortunately, he was never seen again. This is StarTech 47, signing off.